Hello there and welcome back to Midlife Rises. I'm Cheryl. Happy New Year. I hope you had a safe crossover because people were acting really crazy out there last night. I stopped going out for New Year's Eve because, like I said, people, they just do not know how to behave. It's a time of excitement, yes, but you want to be able to see more of the new year. I mean, I was driving last night and I knew it was a stop sign, but the man didn't stop. I had to actually go all the way to the left to guide my car away from colliding with him. That is how close he came to making an impact. So that's one of the reasons why I try not to do much on New Year's Eve. But it's an exciting time. I mean, I absolutely love this time of the year. I did promise to touch base again. So I just wanted to talk about what we can do to better ourselves in this new year. Okay, so don't go away. All right, so here we are. We are now at the very beginning of a brand new year. And what does that mean to us? It basically means that you have a fresh start to make whatever changes, a clean slate. We've had a lot that we dealt with in the past few years. Last year, I was touching base a lot with self-awareness, self-love, and consciousness, because I really believe that when these items are in place, we can be a little more focused. You know, we can do things not in a robotic state, but in the right form of consciousness. I just want to quickly touch three things again, three categories that I feel as the year progresses, we should pay attention to. I mean, it all has to do with self, and I covered self-love a lot because that's where it starts. As middle-aged women, we look for love in all the wrong places. And sometimes it clouds our judgment. But when we have the self-love in place, we understand what we need to make ourselves happy. We understand what we need to keep us nurtured, to keep us in high fruit of the spirit. Technically, love is something that we as human beings can't live without, but you have a certain mindset. You know exactly what you know to be normal and what you need to make yourself happy and peaceful within. You want to have healthy relationships. And so we find ourselves thriving to have that, but a good percentage of us are not. It doesn't matter. You know, any relationship will do. And that's where it gets a little dangerous, because when you're dealing with abuse, and it can come in all forms, right? It can come in mental abuse, physical abuse. But when you're dealing with others that are hurting, and I say it that way because if someone does not have love inside, there's no way they can give something that they don't have. And we're supposed to accept everyone as they are, but there has to be a line. There has to be a line where you don't lower your self-values, lose your self-respect. That should not be an option. The reason why I spent so much time talking about self-love is because when you have that love for yourself, you will not have that line crossed. You know, at the stage of our lives right now, a good bit of us have adult children, and that has been very painful for a lot of parents. So I want to touch base with that. As one who went through it, I want to tell you that it will get better. Don't try to force things. Don't stop talking, and show that tough love when it's time, because there is no real way to fix what's going wrong, because you don't know exactly where it's coming from, what's fueling it. We are guilty, in a sense, for not paying attention to how much we give, and that's normal for a mother or a father to do for their children. But when you're not getting the respect things going completely awry for some parents, there is no respect. It will get better, and not by your hands. You need to surrender it. Do what you can. Stand your grounds where you have to, and surrender the remainder of it to the divine. You know, I'm not sure what your beliefs are, but you must understand that you're not in full control of anything. This situation or any other, you are not in full control. What I will tell you, and I'm telling you what I know, do what you can. Do what you know you have to do. And don't have any second thoughts about it, because you will be challenged as you are experiencing now. So if you feel you have to go the extra mile to stand your grounds, then you do just that. Because I think a lot of us, where we go wrong is we try to be friends with our children. You can't do that. Okay? You cannot be friends with your children. So the message here is to not beat yourself up too much on what is happening. Do what you can and surrender the remainder of it. It will get fixed. I promise you. Okay, I am talking from experience. One way or the next, it gets fixed. Okay? Relationships, whether it's friendships, marriages, partnerships, you want to have a healthy one. And when the respect is gone from there as well, then you need to make adjustments, because being in that environment is really not healthy. It's not healthy for either one of us. I have had to release a good bit of my friends because, you know, it was jealousy and competition. It was all getting in the way. I have family members even that I don't deal with because of this stuff. So you have to do what you have to do to keep your balance. You know, when I say to maintain your peace, happiness, health, it's really your balance. And the only way you can do that is by having things aligned properly. And you can be in control with that in the sense where you choose your friends, you choose your environment, you decide how things will run in your system. Remember, I said there is no normal. Normal is what you know. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you this year, and I will just do it in bits and pieces as we go along. We'll try to have fun with it, but we want to stay healthy. We want to have our peace, and we want to be able to bloom, to have that light inside. And the only way you can do that is by making sure that you have that consistency in your peace and happiness. And that is in your control. Do not make the mistake and give that kind of power to anyone, because if that person is not stable emotionally, then you will be thrown onto an emotional roller coaster. We are not maturing as we should, but it is all of our responsibility to make sure that happens. None of us have smooth sailing growing into adulthood and into midlife. I don't know anyone that had smooth sailing. You have to take the responsibility to look on to what is interfering with your balance and work to fix it. No one else can do that but you. Going forward, if you take time to take care of that pitfall that you had in the past, then you can build a complete bridge to have a more fulfilling future. I mean, the past is the past. It went already. The future did not happen yet. All you've got right now is this moment. What are you planning to do with it? That's key. Check us out at midliferises.com. We haven't done any updating to the website, but there are a lot of inspirational stuff there for you. Work to maintain that fruit of the Spirit. I just gave you some tips on how you can do that. Subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified of our weekly videos, and we will see you next time. Take care now.